Hi, Chante. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from and who you are?
Okay, in terms of aviation and my journey in aviation, so I come from Durban. I've been in the aviation industry for 7 years now. It's been a rough, long 7 years, if I should say so myself. When I was done with studying, I studied as sky aviation. It's not that easy to get a job once you step out of your studies, or it's quite difficult. So when I got out of sky aviation, I did that for a year. I was fortunate enough to get a job with Qatar Airways in Doha. So I worked there for a year, and I think I just missed home so much. So after the year was over, I was back home, and it was hard to get a job because at that time my cabin crew stuff had expired, and it's quite pricey to keep on going and getting recurrent or requalified. And so I got a job with Qatar Airways at the King Shaka International Airport. So I worked as ground there. And 2 years ago, I decided, listen, I've always wanted to be a flight attendant. You need to push yourself forward now. You need to go and get this done. So I went to Johannesburg and I did my requalification. And fortunately enough, in November, I went for an interview with Mango Airlines. And by God's grace, I am now working with them for 2 years, something I've always wanted to do. So with the pandemic that we're facing right now, and not being able to do what you love, or not being able to work your dream, I would say it's hard, because it's not just a job loss, it's a dream of yours that's been lost. So that's me. I'm 26. I'm a women's activist. I own a social media platform. I run a social media platform called Girl Code on Facebook and Instagram. Fairly new to Instagram, but on Facebook as well. And we are doing amazing things for women. So yeah, that's me.
Nice. You summarized yourself very well. You say that you have always been interested in becoming a flight attendant, and it is within the tourism industry. So tell me, what inspired you? What gave you that spark to become a flight attendant, and what is it exactly that you do, like, on a daily basis?
I'd be lying if I said that the job itself motivated me to want to do this as a little girl, because I just saw these queens dressed up looking hella cute. So, and with their makeup and I was just like, I want that. And is there something about the way a flight attendant pulls a bag through the terminal that makes you want to be one of them? So I promise you, that's something that caught my attention. And it's the reason why I wanted to be in the beginning. And once I started learning more about what the job is, it's not just a pretty face with a roller bag. It's a security officer on board. It's a medical personnel on board. It's a friend on board. It's a comforter on board. We become so close to our passengers on board, and we develop relationships with our common flyers. So it's to summarize why I wanted to be a flight attendant. It's because I'm a people's person. I wanted to travel, I wanted to meet people, and I wanted to dress up. That's just the truth.
Yeah, like you said, that was your little dream of becoming a flight attendant and all of that. But talking in general terms of tourism, why would you say is tourism important to you and your family and your dreams?
It's important to me because it is, besides the income, besides receiving an income to make sure that my family is comfortable, to make sure that I achieve every goal that I've set for myself. It's important to us because, like I've mentioned before, it's not just a job, it's a dream. And my family, my dad especially, worked really hard to get me the second chance. And it's money that we didn't really have at the time. It's money that to be quite honest, he took money from his personal savings where he had for an event that he's been planning for a while. And he was selfless enough to send me, you know, to go get requalified. So it's important for me to make them proud because they have really, really worked hard to see me through this dream, and they've really stood behind me. And like with all my loved ones, my fiance, my mom, my dad, my extended family. And you know, it's hard when you have people rooting for you, and then we look at other people losing their jobs, and we see the aviation industry, the tourist industry falling. It's really, really hard. It makes you really think that, I mean, we people as well, why are we not given that chance in the aviation industry? Because like when you read on a daily basis with other airlines that are going through business rescue, other airlines that are letting staff go, it really, really breaks you as a person as well, because you feel for these people and then you think, where am I going to be next? Because I mean, to be quite honest, not all of us have something to fall back on or a second qualification, you know, because we put our all into the aviation industry and we forget that we can study something else. We just like move forward. So yeah, it's really important to me in terms of family and support and what they've been through to give me, to make sure that I've reached my dream.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, we all have to, how can I put this? We all have to make our family proud, make ourselves proud for what we have achieved.
That's true.
That's
really true.
That brings me to my next question. What would you say to other women in at this time to keep them motivated and to keep them positive with everything going on?
I say this on a daily basis to the women in my platform, especially. I call them queens. I say that you are a queen. And I always say that we might be women and we might be labeled as not strong enough, but we possess a gift or a strength rather, that's greater than any other, and that's our voice. And I always say that we need to use our voice. We need to stand up, we need to crown each other at this time, at this pandemic, where we can help another or support another, we should do so. Because as women, we are phenomenal. And we need to take up our thrones. And if it means taking up our thrones in the aviation industry as well, then so be it. We're going to. Let's not give up so early. Let's fight for not just our jobs, but let's fight for our dreams. Let's fight for our families as well. So that's my advice to them. Stay strong, queens. It's not over. You know, they say it's not over until the fat lady sings. And that means we have the last say. So it's not over until we sing. So don't give up.
That's true. That's so true. Why do you think is tourism important? Like you say, it is important to you because of what your family has done and your dreams. So why do you think is tourism and aviation important to our country, to our economy?
I would say it's important because not all major businesses, not all people rather work for major businesses within their province. They will have to travel to different provinces. Some of them leave behind their families and work in other provinces. So I honestly feel that the aviation industry itself keeps our economy going. It's we always being a flight attendant on a daily basis. I see business people going up in the morning, coming back down the same day. I see people traveling within the same day, and that's purely because of the economy, and they're trying to keep us together. So I honestly feel that the aviation industry plays a major role, and we're not as recognized as we should be. Because I mean, if you stop all flights completely or you just put away the aviation industry, I personally feel that our economy will seriously collapse. Because I mean, we are we are frontline people as well, because you need us for certain things. So I don't think that we should be brushed off as, oh no, we just the aviation or the tourist industry. No, we're not. It's not always about leisure. Yes, it's nice to have it, but it's about running our economy as well. So yeah, I honestly feel that we should be given more credit and recognition than we are currently receiving right now.
I agree with you. And which I would like to ask you this question. What do you think does aviation and tourism contribute to you and to your family and to other people that would be interested?
What does it contribute? Where do I begin? It contributes so much to everything. I mean, it's how do I even put it in words? It's everything that should be recognized. It's to my family, like I explained before, the aviation industry means a lot to us, and also to other people that want to go and make a life for themselves outside of South Africa, and supporting family in South Africa. They want to make a life, because I know that a lot of people have lost their jobs who works outside of South Africa. And to us, it might just be a person that lost a job, but to them, it can be just a breadwinner, the only breadwinner in that family. So the aviation industry plays a major role, not only in our economy, but in our hearts, within our family. It contributes a lot. It contributes that I'm like a loss for words when I say, or when I have to think about what the aviation industry contributes to, because it means so much to us. And it's like, it gets you emotional. It honestly does, because when you think of aviation, many people just think of the aviation industry, but they don't think about the faces behind it, or the people behind it, making it an aviation industry, a tourism industry. So it means a lot. It means bread, it means school, it means college, it means a home, it contributes a lot to a person.
Yeah, it does contribute a lot, and it sustains a lot of our women's livelihoods and
yeah.
I would, if you had a chance to speak to the president or to the minister of tourism, what would you ask them? What would your message be from your fellow women in tourism, fellow women in aviation?
I would say, with all the respect in this world, I would say, please hear our cries. As women, don't brush off what we have to say. Hear our cries and know that we have mouths to feed, we have a family to sustain, we have people to take care of. Open up the aviation industry. Let us do what we love. Don't take away our dreams, because you are not just taking away a job, you are taking away something that most of us worked so hard to achieve. And give us a chance. What makes us different from what makes us different from the taxi industry? What makes us different from public transportation, besides the air transportation? What makes us different? To be honest, we are more efficient. So why are you saying that one should be open but the other can't? What is your excuse for it? I mean, you came up with things saying that there's air filters in the aircraft, so there's nothing that can be wrong. We can't be affected by this virus. You came out by saying that we can carry a full load, 100% capacity. So what is it that's holding you back from actually opening up our industry? We have people that are crying on a daily basis because we need our jobs. It goes far beyond just having the aviation industry open. It goes to a point where you are robbing a family of their bread and butter. It goes to a point where you are robbing a child of any chances of going to campus or going to college. It goes to a point where you are robbing a family or a person that has saved up for the longest of time to get their own home, a homeowner. You're robbing them of that. You are robbing us of things way beyond just our job. But most importantly, you are robbing the majority of us of our dreams.
Wow, that was powerful. Gave me brings me to my last question. What is your greatest hope for the lockdown after everything has cleared up? What would you like to see happen?
I would love to see the aviation industry boom. I'd love to see people traveling abroad. I'd love to see every flight of mine to the full capacity. I'd love to see airlines say, sorry, we are fully booked for this date. Please reschedule. That's what I would love to see. I want to see us boom. I want to see us come back as hard as possible and make up for lost times. I want to see us rise above every challenge that was set for us. So I honestly just want to see the aviation industry and the travel and tourism industry boom. I want to see travel consultants say, when people walk into the offices to say, sorry, we fully booked, can I book you for this? I want them to be overloaded with work. I want us to receive everything that we were robbed of for the past 3 to 4 months. I want us to gain.